morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and happy new year to everybody. Now that we got the holidays out of the way, the new year out of the way, it's back to reality. It is back to reality. We're going to have a reality check today. Zen Method, Shelly Stringer. Good morning, my beauties. I was in bed last night at 6:30 p.m. Good morning, everybody. Shelly Stringer. Sheer Turtle, Jessica Pilach. Good morning. And I'm happy that you all are saying it correctly. Happy New Year. It is not Happy New Years. There's no S on the end of it. It's not a bunch of New Years. It is a one new year. New York with the follow. Sheer Turtle. Jessica, Bill, thank you. It drives me crazy too. It does. It drives me insane. At over a decade. Let's go to the moon. Adorable dad, Jay Dobbins, over there on the tubes. Perez family, you tell me, are you a trader? Perez, are you a trader? Second quarter, Smokey Bear, but it doesn't mean anything. Nothing's going to change. You're not going to have any volume. You're just going to get chopped up more in the market. The bell will still be 9:30 to 4, and there will be a bell and all of that. So you don't know, Mario Perez, you're a trader, and you don't know if the market is open today or not? So you love the idea of trading. You're not really a trader. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Lawrence trades, yes. I think there was another Perez in here. I don't think it's you, Mario. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oos, 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 oos. Tap those screens, share it live. Thank you, Shelly Stringer. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Voss. I've been trading for 21 years. Happy New Year to all of you. Hope you had a great New Year. Hope everything was safe. I hope you're feeling good. Now it's back to reality. What will tomorrow bring for you? Because a lot of people are like, yes, new year, new trading, new me. And then by the end of tomorrow, around 9:45 a.m., it's all over just by the snap of a finger. And you made the same mistakes you made 2 days prior in the other year. And now we just have a miserable year. So we have to make sure you don't do that. Right? And some of you don't even know if the market's open today or not. You have no clue. So that's why I say a lot of you love the idea of trading, but you're never going to be a trader. You're never going to be, realistically, you're not going to be a trader. Most people are going to quit. Most people are going to make excuses. I'm too busy. I'm this, I'm that. You're not a trader. You love the idea of trading. All right, my beautiful traders. Tomorrow, before the bell is going to open, before the bell opens tomorrow, you are going to worry about two things. What are those two things? Thank you, Sue. Mr. Dave. Thank you, Mr. Dave. Hello, Patel. What are the two things you're going to do? State and position. Now, that is a trader who is educated. It's not even close. You are going to know your state and position on this market. What state are we in tomorrow morning when the bell goes off? What state is that? 99% of you in here have no idea. Mr. Day with the $1.99. Thank you, Mr. Dave. You are in a neutral state. Neutral. Okay? So let me ask you this question. You open tomorrow right there. Are you taking this stock long? That was your gap up, and now you open right here. Are you going long on that? Are you going long way up there, traders? No, why not? What do you mean you're not going long? Hanging light, Sue Felicia. Yes. Yes. Why aren't we going long there? Wait for the retracement. It has to retest. Why? Why? I need you to know why it has to do all those things. You're in a bearish state, okay, and you are in a bullish position. The state of your stock always trumps the position. Always remember that. Your state is always the ruler of the roost. Whatever this is going to dictate what's going to happen next. All right? Now, this is our state tomorrow. This will be our whip zone tomorrow. Right there. Those are your whip zone levels. If you open for a short to the downside right there with the correct event, can you go short there? We don't use EMAs, NACO. Can you go short there? Yes. Why? Why can you go short there? Someone tell me why. It's got to be a reason. Not just because it's a red candle that's bullish, bearish. Why? Because of your state, right? What else? It broke support? No. Because of your position. Correct. All right. Because of your position. We will know our position when we open right there. Right now, do we know our position in the market? Do we know what position we're in currently? Hello, Barry. Good to see you. What's up, Arabic? How are you? Arabic. Arabic. Fora, hello. No, we don't know the state of our stock. We're going to know that at 9:30 tomorrow. Right now, we only know the state of our stock. So I know just based off this state, if I open to the downside here, I'm okay to take a trade. If I open here, I am not okay. If I open way down here, can I take a trade? Yes. So I could trade out of these two positions based on this neutral bear state. All right? If we open to the upside, here, here, or here, can I take trades in these different positions? I'm not taking a trade here. No way. I'm not taking a trade. No here. You bet your bottom dollar I'm going to take a trade right there. And which way am I going? Up or down out of that position based on this state tomorrow if we open in that position? Users going short. Down. Yes. Why? Why are we playing to the downside from up here? Why? Because we are in a bearish state. The state says it's bearish. They are going to bring this back to the downside. You see the difference between educated as a trader and guessing and gambling? You see the difference here? I know based on the state of this stock tomorrow what my plays are based on what the position is going to be at 9:30. You know how many traders tomorrow, if they get a gap up that looks like this tomorrow, and you open right here, are going to try to go long? Their first trade of the day in the new year is going to be a loser. If they take a trade right here, it's going to be a loser to the upside. If they take a trade here to the upside, it will be a loser. If they take a trade any of these three to the upside, they're going to lose in the market tomorrow. Isn't that scary? How scary is that? Zen Adorable, thank you so much for the hanging lights. Isn't that scary? Now, when you become a education VIP member with us, you know all of this stuff. You are equipped with the tools to have a successful day tomorrow. But the majority are going to lose again. They lost on the last day of the year, and they're going to lose on the first day of the year. What's changed? What's changed? All right, so that's Miss Market. I'm going to leave those in place. Let's go over to Tesla. That seems to be the novice one. The novices love Tesla. Why? Why does the novice love to trade options in Tesla? How come? You give me a trader right now, I'll pick one out of here. What do you trade options on? Tesla. Why? Why is that? Because they think they're going to get rich quick based on the volatility. But you know what? The one thing in their mind that they never think about, I'm going to get broke just as fast or even faster. They only have money on the brain. They only have money on the brain. They have no clue about the losing side. They're going to deal with the losing side after the fact. They're not going to deal with the losing and the risk before they take the trade. How many of you, when you used to trade before you met me, would say, oh, if I lose the trade, I'll deal with it after? Put yes in the chat. Who would not even care about risk management? VWAP. Keep losing, Melfi. Keep losing, buddy boy. VWAP. If you say VWAP in my mentors community, you get thrown out. No questions asked. You're out. Thank you, Fit Wakely, for the $5 super chat. Yes, it is. Tesla, what state are we in tomorrow? What state are we in tomorrow? We are in a neutral state. The same thing applies as we just did on SPY. Okay? Let's go to Amazon. What state are we in tomorrow? Neutral. Same thing will apply. AMD. Neutral. Same thing will apply. BABA. Narrow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, everybody. We got a narrow state here on BABA. This changes the game big time. Can you go long on BABA tomorrow right there with an event? Yes or no? Cam, you'll learn all that in the VIP, beautiful. Yes, you can. But could you go long? You could go long out of here. But can you go long on SPY out of here tomorrow? No. Two different states. Your stocks are in two different states. Impossible. Technically, tomorrow, on BABA, you could go long on all three to the upside. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All three you could take a long. But on SPY, you couldn't because it's totally a different state. Same thing to the downside. Can you go short to the downside here on BABA tomorrow? Sure you can because of the state of your stock. Can you go short down here? Of course you can because of the state of your stock. But could you do that on SPY? Nope. Boeing, narrow. Okay? So the first thing you must know before you take any trade in the market is the state of your stock. You will learn all the different states in the VIP. Link is in the bio. Okay? You will learn all the states. You will learn all the positions that you can take trades in the VIP. Link is in the bio. And of course, market cycle. How many of you take entries based off market cycle? Put yes or no in the chat, please. How many of you take trades based off the market cycle in the markets? Thank you, Lawrence Trade. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Leaf says no. How long have you been losing, Leaf? Rev, thank you for the confetti. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Yeah, if you don't know state or position, if I go up to any trader in the universe and I say, "Do you know state and position when it comes to being a trader?" and they say no, they're losing. It's that simple. It is that easy. Every month they are not green. They may get lucky some days and be green, but I know the next couple of days they'll be red again. See, a novice trader will turn these little green days they have. These are little green days, right? Let's say you get lucky and you have all of these little green days right here. These are all little green days. All it takes is one, whoop, bad day, and this gets wiped out. Who has that happened to? Put me in the chat. Thank you, Jay Dobbins, my boy, and Mr. Dave. How many of you have been wiped out? You take all these beautiful little green traits, and then all of a sudden, whammo! Here comes the red beauty to the downside, right? You weren't a scalper that fast, that long. I'm a scalper, Voss. I'm taking a lot of little green trades. All right, I'll wait till you blow up the account. But I'm a scalper, Voss. How am I going to blow up the account? Because one red is going to wipe out all those little greens, my brother and sisters. All right? Amy with the hanging lights. So on my latest TikTok and YT video and IG video, you can go follow our IG. It's official Voss Trading. Same name. How do we clean this mess up in 2026? Right now, your trading is a disaster. Don't tell me it's not. It is a disaster. If your trading is a disaster, put your hand up right now and say me in the chat. You got to own it. Who here is a trader? You love it, but it's just a complete and utter mess. Who has a complete and utter mess on their hands? And you think because this occurred, we just flipped a number at the end, it's all going to change for you. Those gyms are going to be full this week, huh? Those gyms are full today. They won't be next week. 2026 is going to change today. So what do we have to do to clean up this mess? Well, I'm just going to pull this up real quick. In our VIP education community, that is where you're going to go, to thevosstrading.com, click the link, yada, 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 or type it in. The first thing I got to do is I got to clean up your risk management. Okay, and we're going to talk about this right now first. We're going to show you a little something right here. So make sure we share the live. Make sure we finish those hanging lights, which we did. Thank you all so much, you beautiful, beautiful people. You beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you. We're going to put the roses up. Let's talk about risk management. So for all the traders, thank you, Facial, Taylor, Steve. Yes, thank you. For all of you in here that put me, that it's a disaster, when do you get out of a trade if it doesn't go your way? Put that in the chat. I need a little bit of info from you. When you get into a trade, we're talking about risk now for a little bit. You get into a trade to the upside because most novices don't know how to short. All right? I'm going to put you in right about here. You're in a trade. This thing starts going against you immediately. When are you getting out? 20%. Diego's got 20%. Anybody else? At the stop loss. Where is it, T-Man? Where's your stop loss? T-Man says at the stop loss, Diego's got 20%. Do we got 30 or 40%? Usually too late for Leaf. Too late for Leaf. What else do we got? 2%. What else do we got? 0.5%. What else do we got? 12%. Look at this mess. What else do we got? I love you guys. 10%. Why? For those of you that are in the 12 category, why? 5, 20, stop loss, too late. 2%, 10%, why? Why are you 25% over here? 0.5%. Where did you come up with this mess, this nonsense? Who taught you this? We got a lot of work to do, JDM. Where are you, JDM? Thank you for the hat mustache, Mr. Dave. You guys don't know. You just heard someone on YouTube give you a random percent. Am I correct? for the most part. Am I right on the money? Yeah, okay. All right, so let's clean up that mess. Woo! That was dirty. Folks, when you enter a trade, your risk to reward, what you are risking and what your reward, if it goes your way, we'll put an E in there, okay, will be different on every trade. Did you know that? How many in here know your risk to reward will be different on every single trade you take? Put me in the chat. Yes, the percent is the least of your worries. Risk to reward. Every trade you take on the chart, every trade you take, if you're taking along to the upside, will be different. This trade risk to reward to the upside will be different than that trade risk to reward to the upside. These are your two entries in red. These risk to rewards are totally different than each other. Okay? This short to the downside, and the VIPers know what kind of event this is to the upside. We taught this on a Tuesday night training in the VIP. This risk to reward will be different than this risk to reward and this. So you have 3 trades you could have taken here. 1, 2, 3. All those risk to rewards are completely different. But what you're doing is you're putting 20% on every single one of them. Okay? You're not guaranteed to get 20% as a winner. Why? Why? You see how you are set up here for a recipe for a disaster? It's called market cycle. Every proper entry you take based on your risk to reward, the market cycle will turn over at what ratio? 80% of the time, the market cycle in trading will turn over on what ratio? 1-to-1. So if you enter for a trade, wherever your entry is, and you are applying 20% on your risk, that means you must make 20% on your reward. Based on the market cycle on that entry, you won't get a 1-to-1 on it. Do we understand? Do you got it? And that is why when you enter a trade to the upside, it immediately goes against you. How many of you have that happen every day? Holy moly, Voss, I got into a trade, it immediately goes against me because you're entering on the wrong market cycle. See, you can't base your stop, your risk, 20% on every trade you take because some trades will only be 2%. Some will be 5%. Some will be 3%. The market cycle is going to dictate your risk, not you. Right now, everyone's like this right now. Holy shit. Oh, my God. So a lot of you who said, I'm taking a 30% risk on my trade on every one. Well, guess what? Your entry won't have 30% room for a winner. So why do you think your losers are bigger than your winners? Hello, McFly, are we alive out there? Are we alive out there, everybody? Explain your trading strategy and indicators. There's only one strategy to trade, folks. There aren't all these strategies. What are you doing? These are things people made up that don't work. There's one way to trade. That is it. VIPers, how many ways are there to trade? Put it in the chat. VIP right now. You've been through all of these people. How many ways are there to trade in the market? Put it in the chat. I used to think there were a million ways too. And that's why I lost every month. I tried everybody out there. You name it, we tried it. There's only one way to trade, my beauties. All right? Hold on, let me put this up for you. No, there's not, Voss. I follow this one man or this one girl, and I do their strategy, man. I do their strategy. All right, how's that working out for you? All right, right now we got the happy hats on the board. Let's go, happy hats on the board. Buy low, sell high. Wrong. Buy low, sell high. You want to know why that's wrong, Ann? Want me tell you? Want me school you right now? Who else wants to be schooled? Put me in the chat. Buy low, sell high. Ann says, buy low, sell high. Buy low. Wham! Woo! Got it? Buy low. Wham! Who wants to try that strategy out? Let me know how you make out. Buy low. I got about 400 people in here right now who buy low, and this is what happens. Wham! How many of you in here, you enter a trade, it immediately goes the opposite direction? Put me in the chat right now. Put me in the chat right now. We just threw that theory out the window. Bye. See ya. Folks, market cycle, learn it or lose. Market cycle, learn it or lose. You want to see the market cycle? Should we show them, VIP? Should we be nice on this first day of the new year and show them the beauty of the market cycle? Huh? Woo! Woo! We're going to mix these numbers up. All right, geniuses out there, my beautiful traders, who likes to go long in the market? Who likes to buy when the market's going up? Put me in the chat. Who likes to buy when the market's going up? Put me in the chat. Let's go. Who likes to buy long? All right. What numbers are you entering a trade to the upside? Go. You got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I gave you 10 seconds. The market's going to give you a fraction of a second. I gave you 10 seconds to give me the wrong answer. The market is going to give you a fraction of a second to make that decision. Are you equipped to make that decision when the market is live? Yes or no? And that's why you're losing. Folks, when you enter a trade, fraction of a second. Where do we go long? We go long at number 1 and number 8. That's it. If you try to take a long to the upside on these red circles, you are going to lose your trade. If you take it at number 2, you're going to lose it immediately. If you take it at number 3, you will lose it immediately. If you take it at number 4, you will not lose it immediately. You will after the trade goes like this. That's in this area where you entered the trade, it's going to take a little longer. But then you're going to get zanged. Okay? So how many of you, I'll show you what I mean. How many of you have taken a trade, okay? You get in for a long to the upside. Let me get a different color here. You get in for a long to the upside. It starts doing this on you. Party's over. How many of you have done that? You get in long here, whoop, and you wind up down here after a little while. How many? You think, right, it's consolidating. You're in. You didn't lose immediately, so you still have hope. You're hanging on to that trade for dear life. We're praying to the big person upstairs, and then whammo, to the downside it goes. You know why? Because you entered on number 4 of the market cycle. All right? Number 1 is your A plus setup. Number 1 is the A plus setup. This is where you are going to make the bulk of your living. Number 8 is the reversal trade. This is where you are going to make up reversal trade the bulk of your trading right here. Everything else that I'm circling is where you lose in the market. This is where your trade's going to die. All in there. What's number 9? How to identify it, you learn all that in the VIP. You'll be able to, VIPers, once I taught you this, how fast can you identify market cycle now? Put it in the chat. It's the whip zone, number 9. First 15 minutes of the day, you do not trade in the whip zone. But right now, you're trading with the blinders on. This is how most people trade. I'm in a trade. What do I do now? What state was it in? I have no idea. What position was it in? No idea. What number in the market cycle were you in? No clue. But why'd you enter the trade? Because I saw a green candle. So 1 and 8 is going to be your entries. What about for a short? Whoa! Hold on. What numbers are we shorting on? Go. You got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang! The market's only going to give you a fraction of a second to make that decision for a short. Fraction of a second. Thank you, Rev, Kizo, Jessica, Pilach, Shelley, Steve, Hammer, Zen. Yes! We got one more. We got one more. Where are we going short? Number 3 and number 5 is where you are going short. If you try to short on these numbers being circled in green, you are going to lose in the market. Now that you know these market cycles, these numbers are irrelevant. We just put them up here for now. That is why 92% of all traders lose in the market. 92%. Not because you can't do it. It's because you don't know how to do it. I will repeat that again. And we're going to give you some glimmer of hope here. The reason 92% of people lose in the market, it's not because they can't do it. It's because they don't know how to do it. Got it? Trading is one of the least educated things that there is out there. Trading. They think we're just going to open up an account, we're going to start with options, and we're going to make a lot of money. All traders start with 2 types of instruments, options or penny stocks. Why? Oh, I'm just getting warmed up, baby. I'm just getting warmed up. I'm just getting warmed up. Most traders come in, they're trading options to the moon. We're getting rich. We're going to trade some penny stocks. Correct, Jesse. A lot. This is all common sense, baby. I'm glad you said that. Because most people don't have the money to trade. So they think they are going to take the little money they have and they're going to turn it into a lot of money. But what happens? What happens? They lose the little money they have, and the lot of money hope is down the drain. So they fail here. They go to penny stocks next. They fail there. What do they turn to after that? Options didn't work. Penny stocks didn't work. What's on the table? They go hunting on Google. Where can I make money without losing my money? Where is it? We're going to futures. Let's get a prop firm. Let's get a prop firm. What's going to happen in the end? you're going to lose that money too. Just won't be yours. What's the problem here? Was futures the problem? Was options the problem? Was options the reason why you blew up your account? Was penny stocks the reason you blew up your account? Was futures and the prop firm the reason you blew up the account? You're running out of excuses. You're running out of excuses now. Crypto, let's try that next. Well, we blew up that account too. So if these instruments aren't the problem, who's the problem? Option swing trading killed me. If the instrument's not the problem, by the way, these are called instruments, what is the problem? You are the problem. And why are you the problem? Why are you the problem? Because you are not educated on how to trade in the market. Education. You gotta be educated. You gotta be educated. Are we starting to get it now? Is this starting to make a little bit more sense? Is this starting to be? Now let's go to the charts. Pick one. NVIDIA. Whoops. Ooh, and dance with me. What state are we in on NVIDIA at the open? Not my education. $49.99 a month. That's it. $50 a month. I give you the kings to the castle. How do you like them fucking apples? Excuse my language. $50 a month. I'm giving you the kings to the castle. The keys to the castle. What state are we in? Thank you for the follows, everybody. Let me edit this real quick while you guys are figuring out your state, okay? Ooh, and dance with me. We are in a narrow state. What position? Right here. Can we go long here if we wanted to? Yes. Would you have had a winner? Yes. This would have been your entry. Whammo! That would have been your exit. You would have had $1 per share move. Who would have loved to have $1 per share winner on that trade right there on NVIDIA? Who would have loved to have that? $1 a share winner. Most of you right now are taking 10-cent winners, 20-cent winners. That's $1. Who would have loved to have that? We had some VIPers that had that trade on NVIDIA. Why? They knew their state and position. We just went over this at the beginning of this. So let's say you missed this to the upside. Now that we know what position we're in, which way are we looking when we're up here? Can't hear you. You're in position 3. Cycle out reversal. Party's over. There's that market cycle again. Whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean? Woo! There's that market cycle again. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Reversal. Remember on this side? Get over there. Remember that? Remember? You know how many people, novices, are going long here or going long there? You used to do that. Not anymore. Not under my watch. Not under my watch are you going long there any longer if you are a VIP member. Under my watch, we don't go long up here. A novice goes long up there. A gambler goes long up there. Somebody that doesn't know what the hell they're doing, uneducated in the market, goes long up there. That is unacceptable. And you and your family deserve better than that. Well, your family does. I don't know about you. Okay? Do we got it? Party's over. Under the 50%, the party is over to the downside. Now what do? Whammo! Let's go the other direction. We're getting close. We're getting close. Look, we're getting close. We couldn't get over it. Nope. You couldn't get over it, you silly goose. You couldn't get over that 50% mark. So you're looking down, shorts later in the day. Shorts. If we get over that 50% right here, coming back this way, then we're looking for the long. If you stay under this because you broke under it, you are looking for shorts. Got to know your retracement levels too. And you will learn all of that in the VIP. All day, every day, baby. All day, every day. There's only two types of losers in the market. You want to know who they are? The uneducated, who's not educated in the market. Doesn't mean you had to go to college. You just got to be educated in how to trade. And the quitter. 80% of you are going to quit. Mark that down. 80% of you are going to quit. Are you going to be one of them? Are you going to be one of them? Because let me explain something to you beautiful traders in here. We're all start in this box. That's all of us. Some of us are going in that box, and some of us are going in that box. We talk about this all the time. What box are you going into? This is the box where people go to die right here. The miserables. They're going to be miserable the rest of their life. The 20% box right here is where you want to be. You want to be in the 20% or the 80%? How many of you have quit trading more than once? Put me in the chat. Never asked this one before. Joker, you're going to start with $0, and we're going to go over that next. How many of you have quit trading and come back to it? Put yes in the chat, or me. Yes or me. How many of you have quit trading once and come back to it? Wow, look at all those yeses. So my question to you, everyone that has quit and came back, when you came back, what's going to be different? Oh, Francisco Mendez. Get him in the VIP. Everyone in the VIP on YT. Jay, LJ, get him in the VIP. We love people who never traded before. Oh, yes, we can mold them. Let me ask you this. What's going to be different? You already tried and quit. Some of you multiple times. What's going to be different this time? What's going to be different? You're just going to quit again. The inevitable is going to happen, right? You're just going to quit again. So here we go. Once a quitter, always a quitter, they say. Once a quitter, always a quitter. So what are you going to start with as a trader? $0. What? $0? Sign me up. Why are you going to start with $0? Who knows why we're starting with $0? Finish off those roses, my beauties. We got some more to do. I got some more training to do. All right, why are you going to start with $0? Here we go. Would you rather... How many of you have children here? How many of you have children in here? Put me in the chat. Okay. Would you rather our society give your child a license at any time and say, here, you can drive a car now? Would you want to give your child the keys to the car right now and go drive? No. You want them to be educated in how to drive. You want them to prove that they earned that license to drive a vehicle, correct? You don't want them just to drive. Here you go. Here's a license. We're giving licenses away. Woo! Who wants one? We got a license over here. No. They got to prove that they can do it. That's what you're going to do. You're going to start with $0. I'm going to put you in a simulator. You are going to trade the live market, the live data in that simulator. And then you have to prove to yourself, not to me, that you can trade a live account. How many of you can do it? How many of you can do it? I hand you a simulator right now. How many of you can prove to yourself that you can trade in a live account? Who's going to do it? Yes or no? Okay. Ready? The template is you must be green 6 months in a row. You must be green in that simulator at the end of each month. 6 months in a row. Who can do it? Put yes or no in the chat. 6 months. 6 months in a simulator. You must be green. If you are green month 1, 2, 3 and red month 4, you go back to month 1. Who can do it? Look at all these people. We got rock stars in here. Who can do it? Why do you think you can do it? Put it in the chat. Why do you think you can do it? Here's the caveat. In those 6 months, you have to take a minimum 350 trades. Oh, whoa! Whoa! Rutan's been trading for 4 years and can't do it. That's all right, Rutan. You want to know why? Because you're not educated on how to trade properly. That's a lot of trading in 6 months. That's a lot of green. You got to have a lot of green. And let me tell you why most won't do it. In our VIP, we had a bunch of people do it. Risk management. Your risk management is god awful. Awful. And here's why most people's risk managements are so bad as a trader. Because all they think of is money, 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 money. That's all we're thinking about. I'm a trader. Woo! Let it flow from the sky. Let that money flow. Let's go. Yes. Right, I just saw it in the chat. I'm not done yet. You have no risk management. The other reason, they say, I got no time for that. I got no time for that. I'm not learning how to trade in a simulator. I'm not learning. I ain't got no time for that. The first one of the new year, the Wizard. Put W's in the chat for the Wizard of 2026. Let's go. I got no time for that. What are you talking? The wizard. They don't want to learn how to trade properly. They want to gamble and hope they're going to make money. They work during the live market. They have to wipe their baby's booty in the mornings. They have no time to trade, wizard. I'm going to say it again. The majority of people love the idea of trading, but they will never be traders. Do we understand that? Yes in the chat. When I first started, was I able to trade during the live market? No. Did I say I didn't have time for that? No. Did I quit? No. That's the difference between me and you. That's the difference here. That's all. Desire. I didn't make excuses. Where did I trade during the live market when I couldn't be home to trade during the live market? Where did I trade? Does anybody know? On the toilet. I would go into a bathroom stall for the first 20 minutes of the day, and I focused on how to trade 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of the day. That was my window. I sat on the shitter for 20 minutes straight. My knees, when I got up, I was like, oh, when I tried to stand up, whoa, whoa. I had to hit my legs to try to get blood flow. Did I care what people thought of me? I don't give a flying fuck what they thought of me. You think I gave a shit? While they were out there complaining about how miserable they are, I was putting the goddamn work in. I didn't care where I had to put the work in. I didn't care. All I know is between 9:30 and 9:50, I was getting the work done. Failing, losing. I would have to get off the goddamn toilet like this after I just lost and got wiped. Couldn't even walk and then walk back to where I was miserable after just losing. You do what it takes if you love this game. Trading deserves the respect. You're going to respect this, or she's going to knock you down on your ass. Miss Market. Miss Market will knock you down. And then you'll quit. I have to work. I got to take care of my kids. Oh my God, it's snowing out. Oh my God, I had the sniffles. Oh, I have a temperature. I've been live streaming with 103 temperature. What are you doing? What are you doing? Making excuses or gonna go fight for what you want? You got two choices, folks. That's it. Make the same excuse this year as you made last year. Run away from losing. Do you know you become a great trader by losing over and over and over and over? But you know why you don't benefit from it? Because you don't journal your trades properly. You don't journal anything. You just say, I lost today, I'll try again tomorrow. And then you wake up, you make an excuse of why you shouldn't trade today. Is that what you want your children to do? You got to be better than this, folks. Miss Market is not for the weak. I'm going to tell you that right now, man. You are going to lose big in the markets. Lawrence Trading, thank you for the roses and the hats, the 2026. I love it. El Papa, yes it is. We got some more roses to hit. Any questions you have, put them in the chat. Let's go over them. You think this is good? When you sign up to be a VIP member, you haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing yet. You think I'm crazy now. TheVossTrading.com. That is where you're going to go to get into the VIP. Right here. Click the link in my bios or type it into the your URL at the top. You ever wake up with a stiff neck? I woke up with a stiff neck when you can't turn your head this way. But we don't give a damn. What else we got? What site do I trade on? I don't trade on a site. I trade on a trading software. It is called Sterling Trader Pro. Jesse, you'll learn that in the VIP. How long should I trade in a demo account before going live? The rule of thumb, who asked that question? The rule of thumb, Jazz, is 6 months straight. You have to be green, minimum 350 trades. 6 months straight, green every month, minimum 350 trades. That's just a rule of thumb. If you complete that, does that guarantee you're going to make money in a live account? No. But if you can't do the 6 months, don't even think about it. That's just a rule of thumb. What else? How much did I make last year? Well, let's just say that so far, my accountant told me, and this is after paying quarterly taxes, that I owe over $50,000 in taxes. I don't give a shit. I'll pay my taxes. What else we got? 50,000 taxes. But I already paid my quarterly taxes, man. How long did it take me to learn this? 21 years. I was terrible for 10 years straight. I started trading back in 2004 with my uncle, who's retired now. He traded all fundamentals, and MB Trading was my first ever trading software that I used. M as in Mary, B as in boss, trading. And my grandparents gave me $6,000, not to trade. That money was for college and everything. Well, I decided to use it for trading. My first day, I lost it all, $6,000. Gone, boom. So my mom asked me if I signed up for college and if I was continuing taking my classes. And I said, no. Well, she said, what about the money your grandparents gave you? And I said, I lost it trading with Uncle Henry. Well, she called up Uncle Henry and went totally chaotic on him. So what did I do? I did it again. I did it again. I got like 2 or 3 jobs. I saved up and I did it again. I did it again. I did everything. I did everything my uncle told me not to do. Everything. I did that for about 2 years. All the money I was making on my side jobs, I didn't make any money. I lost it in the market. I did it again. I did that about 6 times. Was my software reliable? Yes, it was. It was good. Yep. You don't have what you have today. So this is how I traded. You guys want to see it? The first stock I ever traded, I have it here. It's in my book. Where the hell's my book? Stand by. Whoops. I still have his philosophy. It was called the Hank-O-Matic. This is his trading fundamental philosophy. And on the front, it says, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So he put this book together of how to trade. I mean, it's filled. I saved it. This book is 20-something years old. And we traded stocks. I'll throw some out here for you. You ready? Let me go to the CSC, JOSB, SMTC, MIK, GS, CMVT, UNFI. This book is loaded. But let me go to my other book, folks. You want to see this? This was my disaster right here. I still got it. I still got it. And there it is. MB Trading. See it up here? MB Trading. They were based out of California, El Segundo. I traded MGN, the Ryland Group. Lost $36. Then I traded, hold on, whoops. Man, these pages are yellow now. Damn, I traded a lot on MGN. Holy moly. Hold on. All right, here we go. COGN. I traded. I lost 1,000. CRAI. I lost 1,100. More MGN. Why do you have me trading that so much? SCHN. I lost $950. GNW. I lost $73. INFY. I lost $189. That was October 12th, 2004. October 13th, 2004, I lost on INFY $343. And there it is, everybody. There it is. And that's why I keep that book, because always know where you came from, my beauties. Oh, yeah, Hughes Supply Company was the first one I ever traded. Home Depot bought them out. And that's my story. I just never quit. I just kept going and going and going. I got to the point where I wouldn't have my kids today because I was so out of control with trading that I was just a madman. I would break things. I broke a couple computers. I broke a couple TVs. I ripped off our kitchen cabinets. Not all of them. 2 of them. I broke a bunch of remotes. I lost a lot of sleep at night. I went driving in the middle of the night like a crazy person, trying to think about why I'm still doing this. I vomited. I cried. I screamed. Just never gave up. And then I met the one that changed my life. And I will do that hopefully for you. But you have to put in the work, folks. You have to put in the work. All right? Let's do roll call. Because I got to go play Uno with my daughter. And she beats me all the time. Andrew the Believer, Shelly, Mr. Dave, Kurt, Zen, T.Y. Boz, Adorable Dad, Lawrence, Amy, Taylor, Facial, Jay Gilbert, Only Dan, Zen Method, Rev, Kaizo, Jessica, Jay, Marcus, let's go, Jessica El Papa. Who else we got here? Jabba, finish those roses off, my beauties. Shelly, D-E-J, Amy, Rev, JDM, let's go, Mr. Dave, Zen Method, Adorable Dad. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for all those donations that you do not have to do, but you do anyway to support the stream. I love you guys. Folks, remember, we only charge $49.99 a month. Well, Voss, why is it so cheap? Because I want to give the average person a chance to learn how to trade. If you're broke right now, all you got to pay is $50 a month. You're going to be in the simulator, all right? I love you all so much. We'll be back on tomorrow morning to get you ready for the market. Hit that follow button, my beauties. Go follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Same name, official Voss Trading. Let's go. Let's go. New year, new you. The only difference is now you got to get educated. Love you guys. See you tomorrow, my beauties. There's that song again with the goddamn phone ringing. There it is. Look how dusty this book is. Can you see the dust on this thing? Here it is. Here it is. My uncle couldn't believe I still had it. Man, this brings back memories, boy. Damn. I signed up on September 8th, 2004. Hey, hey. Boy, was that a good day. Was that a good day or what? Love you guys.